Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lush Louisville, episode 38. It has been quite a busy week this week. I've been filming episodes, podcasts, getting in, trying to catch back up a little bit, but it's been a pretty busy week. But I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet for this intro. I'm with DestineeRai today. That's who I'm interviewing. She is a R&B singer and songwriter from Lexington, but she recently moved to Louisville, so we're gonna get to know her more and more about her work. She's got a great album out called I'm Sure that we're going to talk about, and a whole bunch of various different things. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, and yeah, we're back again, of course, and we're episode 38 already. So enjoy this episode with DestineeRai. Here's Destiny. Hey, Destiny.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Good.
Thanks for doing the podcast today. It's great to
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great show. It's good to formally meet you, sort of on
Likewise. Good to
on
meet you as well.
on FaceTime. So, how you doing? How's your day going?
My day's good. Woke up this morning, did my regular routine, went to my first job, my main job, came back home to get prepared for this interview.
Awesome, love to hear that.
How's your day?
It's good. I can't complain. I got up, did some cleaning, various stuff around the house, and now I'm here. Regular, and it's Friday. Can't complain about that. So having a good day. Come on. So Destiny, do you like to be called like just completely DestineeRai or just Destiny, or do you care?
You can call me Destiny.
Okay, cool. So I give the audience, a little bit of a background on who you are and what it is that you do, but kind of go ahead and fill everybody in again exactly what it is that you do. Go ahead.
Okay, so my name is DestineeRai. I'm a singer, songwriter, performer. By day, I'm a 9 to 5 full-time social worker. And then I also intertwine my music into that. So yeah, that's kind of like a little snippet of who I am.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about you. You're from Lexington, right?
I'm originally from Lexington, yes.
Okay. And
so I'm from, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm from Lexington, and then I moved after graduation from high school to the Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. I stayed in that area for about 5 years, and then that's when I moved to Louisville.
Nice. Okay. And what made you want to move to Louisville?
Well, I moved to Louisville because I was a regional director over a foster care agency. So work kind of moved me to Louisville. Life happened. I got fired from that college career job. And then I was thinking, I still have my music. I'm still an artist. So I'm going to stay in Louisville, kind of make a foundation for myself. I have a studio here, a music group here. My best friend from college lives here. So it kind of made sense for me to kind of stay in Louisville and build my foundation here as well.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. I'm glad you picked Louisville. So how's it how's it all been going? What's your how's the process been? What do you think of Louisville? Do you like Louisville? Tell us about it.
Yes. So obviously I'm from Lexington, and like Louisville is like Lexington's rival. So I always thought like, what would it be like to live in Louisville? Obviously being from Lexington, go Big Blue. I'm with that. So far it's been a year. And when I first moved here, it was just more so career based in regards to my social work career. But then after I got fired, I knew that I have support here. So I was like, you know what, let me make sure that my music connects are solid and I have a good foundation here. So after I've gotten fired, went through the whole emotions of like what I'm going to do with my life.
Yeah.
Obviously, my friend group here and my support system here was like, Destiny, you got to stay. Louisville needs you. Louisville needs your voice. Louisville needs artists, a singer like you, your personality, whatever the case may be. So I started to pick up different performances. And since then, I feel as though Louisville has adopted me into their city. So I feel like I'm making like a name for myself in the city. On top of my music career, bills don't stop. So I had to get a job.
That's true.
Using my degree to make money, to pay for my music career, to pay for bills, whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like a win-win. I have my friends and some family here. My music is here, as well as my main like college career, social work job is here too. So I'm kind of doing a bunch of things intertwined into one.
Right. Absolutely. Well, great. That's great to hear. And so, you've been in Louisville for a year now. and you're doing music, and you've got, like you said, the bills don't stop. You've got a couple of jobs. What's the I guess we could start off, what's the balance like with the music career and then having another job on top of that? How would you
Uh,
describe that?
Honestly, there is no balance. I know it may sound crazy.
Yeah.
I just do it. And trying to, I guess, if I'm going to answer the question of balancing, for one, there is not one. You just do it. If
Yeah,
you're really motivated and you're
exactly.
determined and you're disciplined in what your goals and your dreams are, you're just going to make it happen. You're going to
Exactly.
sacrifice a lot of things. You're going to sacrifice seeing family, going to a birthday party, going out with friends, sacrificing not going grocery shopping the next day, whatever the case may be. You just do it. And it takes me back to because my dad was like, Destiny, you do this and this and this and this. How? I'm like, I don't know, by the grace of God, whatever, but you just do it. So
Exactly.
I guess that's how I balance it. I just do it.
Yeah, that's the simplest way. There, people, you can figure out other ways or get distracted, but yeah, at the end of the day, you just got to be an adult and just do it.
Right.
That's great advice. It's a great way to put it. Okay, so where did you get when you moved to Louisville and you're getting going with your music? Who did you kind of first bump into? Who were some people that you ran into, and how'd you get started?
So, well, prior to me moving to Louisville, I'm affiliated with a music group called I Am Royalty. It's basically a collective of individuals, whether you're a singer, songwriter, a rapper, a photographer, a videographer. I was kind of vetted into this group prior to me moving to Louisville. So the founder, his name is Tez of Too Deep. He's also an artist. He knew I moved to Louisville. He was like, Destiny, you're in the right place. So
Yep.
obviously being affiliated with I Am Royalty, just kind of going out on the scene and just going out to a nightclub or to a bar and talking to random people, word of mouth goes a long way.
True.
So if you go out, you have a good personality and you're being yourself, I feel as though that's how organic relationships are formed. And then
Yep.
it's like a snowball effect after.
Nice. That's great. So yeah, word of mouth. Especially Louisville is a big city, but with the amount of creatives and so and so knows so and so, the word of the mouth like obviously gets around and goes far.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, where did you first like? Where are some of the where have you recorded? Where do you record usually in Louisville?
Yes, so I recorded Head First Media with Saint.
Yep. Yep.
He's big in the industry and also in the well known in the city. So record there. It's I think it's on the west end of Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Great area, great spot, great material and product there.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I told you this, but or if you saw my Instagram, but I'm a recording engineer. That's what I do out here
Okay.
in LA, and I've actually never met Saint, but I know about him, and I know multiple artists that I've had on here work with him.
Hmm.
So
He's
he,
literally a saint.
yeah, and the studio he is nice that he works at. Yeah, I've never been.
Yes, it's amazing.
Awesome, awesome. So is that where you recorded? I'm sure.
Yes. So so
Nice.
the album took me about 2 years to record because I'm the only one financially investing in myself. So
Yep.
obviously it takes time.
Oh yeah.
So I recorded, I think, 3 songs in Cincinnati at Black Light Studios with Tony. And then when I moved to Louisville, I was like, say, I got a project I want to work on. 14, 12 songs. Let's do it. And I recorded the rest at Head First.
Okay, cool. So I listened to it yesterday and I was blown away. It was honestly, Destiny, you did a great
Thank
job.
you.
Let's talk about your process for making that body of work, the creative process, the recording process.
Yeah,
What's your kind of routine when you're recording?
sure. Okay, so inspiration comes from anything I'm doing. If I'm working out, if I'm at dinner with family, on a date, inspiration comes from like me seeing things and also from my own stories. I like to say I tell my own secrets in my music. So first, I get inspired by whatever is around me.
Mhm.
If I already have like music in front of me or music in the archive, most people will say a beat, which more realistically is music. Someone, a producer, engineer, whatever, gives me like a beat per se. I listen to it. I kind of center myself in a space where I'm vulnerable, so I can write very realistically. So I can write very metaphorically. That's how I like to write.
Okay.
So I kind of calm myself, get into that space, and I will play the instrumental over and over again until I find a melody that I stick with. And then I start to like, I guess, scat in a way to
Yeah.
kind of like not put words to it, but put like a rhythm, a melody together. So it may be like da 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 da. It may sound crazy to the random eye, but I'm really trying to figure out what I want the feel of the song to be.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that melody, once I get that rhythm, I then go to my book and I start writing actual words, actual lyrics.
Okay.
I come from a place of honesty, my heart, my stories, my secrets, and also this overall vulnerability. I feel as though once I write in that space, it comes off natural when I'm recording in the actual studio.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's interesting. You talk about you put yourself in that vulnerable space.
Yeah.
Most people that I talk to, they want to get comfortable, but it's kind of like you're pushing out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
to be, and that's super interesting. It makes sense. That's awesome.
I have a song on the album. It's called Brown Paper Bag,
Yeah.
which I added to the album. Brown Paper Bag was originally released in 2018 on my EP called No Space.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of positive feedback from that song. And I remember when I was writing Brown Paper Bag, it was four in the morning. And I was going through my own little, whatever. And I was vulnerable in that moment. And once that song came out, and I knew what space I was in mentally and physically and emotionally, I was like, okay, I need to stay in that space when I'm writing because obviously people love it. Obviously people gravitate and can relate to it.
Absolutely. That's great. And that you recognize that too for your
Yeah.
audience to have, share those moments in the song. That's amazing. So, are you, I got to ask, are you a fan of Destiny's Child at all? Because that,
Of course.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, growing up, of course.
Yeah. So who were, like, in terms of singers or groups, who were some of your inspirations, you would say,
Yes.
for this?
Um,
I'm sure.
I'm sure, some of my inspirations, Janae Aiko,
Mm-hmm.
SZA, Tiana Taylor, um, who else? Of course, my girl Mary J. Blige, just because I just
Yeah.
love her since I was a little girl.
Makes sense.
Rihanna, I love how bad she is. So yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. That's great. Awesome. Yeah, I was just listening to it and hearing it. I was like, this is some real R&B.
That's dope.
Absolutely, I really enjoyed it.
I
So,
appreciate
yeah, so that album happens, and when did it come out exactly? When was the
it.
release?
March 2023.
Oh, okay, cool. And how is stuff going with that? The marketing, is it getting received well? How's it going?
So far it's been received very, very well. Social media, the numbers are doing great.
Good.
Text calls, DMs, all blowing up. When it comes to marketing, me and the team, we're getting together for like music videos, lyric videos, just to kind of continue to push everything and trying to do everything strategically. If it makes sense and if it's right for the brand, if it's right for the algorithm of social media, let's do it. Let's try to make it work.
Absolutely. How many people can make up your team?
If I just off the dome, engineer, producer, A&R, manager ish esque, about no more than five people.
Got to keep your circle tight. That's
Yes.
smart.
Best interest.
Best interest. Smart. Cool. So have you been touring at all for this or doing shows after the release? What's been on the radar after it came out?
So after the release of I'm Sure, I did the Derby Block Party Festival, which was in the West End of Louisville. It was an outside event. It was super, super dope. And then I did the Louisville Vibe, which is hosted by Habana Blues in Louisville. It's crazy because Habana Blues is a venue that is with a I Am Royalty affiliate, Javi, and then the Louisville Vibe is also an I Am Royalty affiliate hosted by Sasha Renee. She's an amazing artist.
Yeah, I know.
So after
I know
that,
Sasha, yeah.
I did a performance at the Whirling Tiger that was hosted by Casey Powell, who was an amazing guitarist for Mars and her team.
Yep.
And then I did Louis E Vibe, which is kind of associated with Louis Evolve.
Yeah.
Did a performance there. And then upcoming, I'm going to be headlining. Well, wait, let me back it up. I'm going to be performing the national anthem at the Louisville Slugger Field.
Yes.
I'm going to be in Franklin, Kentucky tomorrow doing a performance. I'm hosting my own headline for the Louisville. I'm like talking. I have a lot going on
I understand. I understand.
for the Vibe. I'm hosting and not hosting. I'm headlining on July 6th, so that should be really exciting. So,
Nice. Well,
and then
congratulations.
there's an event here called the Monarch. It's very very small and intimate space where it's very very silent in the room,
Yeah.
and everyone that's in the room is going to be focused on myself. There's not going to be any clapping. There's not going to be any comments. It's just very, I say, emotional and intimate space. It's called the Monarch.
The Monarch. Cool. Wow. So you're busy. You're super busy.
Yes, on top of social work too.
Yeah. It's, honestly, man. So talk about first of all, Machiavelli. Shout out to Machiavelli. He told me
Yeah,
about. He linked me with you, and he told me
he's great.
about your singing the national anthem at Slugger Field. That's gonna be dope.
Yes.
When is
June
that?
29th. June 29th at 6:35 p.m.
6:35. Are you doing that continuously, or is it just a one-time thing?
I do have an opportunity to do it multiple times.
Sweet.
I have like a list of dates that I can
Mm,
choose from, and the guy that I'm working with, his name is Phil. He's an amazing guy. He's connecting me with those dates and stuff like that.
cool. Awesome. And you said you spoke. You're headlining a show. Which one was it?
The Louisville Vibe.
Louisville Vibe. That's exciting.
I'm excited for it too. So
And
excited.
when is that?
July 6th.
July. Cool. Wow. Yeah. So you've got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm so excited about everything and grateful for all the opportunities thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now you've done all this. You've got a great album. You're doing shows. Headlining. You're singing the national anthem. And what's next? What
What's
you got?
next?
Yeah.
Well, the pen doesn't stop, so I would love to keep recording, keep writing, and release singles.
Hmm.
Because what I've learned is I love that I dropped a whole entire album. I love that for myself, not only for my fans and my supporters. They wanted that from DestineeRai, but I think the next step is to drop singles, put my money and my dime behind all that marketing, videos, lyric
Yeah.
videos to that, making sure
Nice.
that the quality is just as great as the album, even better. So singles, I want to continue to perform in hopes that I can do like a mini tour around the city or like Lexington, Cincinnati, Nashville, Louisville, like that, little area. So I
Absolutely.
just love performing. I love being on stage and, just showing my vulnerability, showing what I was scared to do when I was a little girl.
Absolutely. Yeah. What's it like being on stage in those moments and like proving to yourself?
Hmm. Um, well, first, I'm grateful to be on stage.
Yeah.
Um, it feels good. It feels right. Um, it just it's unexplainable. Like it just feels like I'm a superwoman. Honestly, like I just feel like damn, I'm doing this. Like if I was, for example, I discovered my own voice when I would say in elementary school, but I was so afraid to sing because I was like, no, like I'm too loud or like I'm doing too much. I should
Right.
be a quiet little girl in her school book, just going to school, making good grades, and that's it. But I was like, no, I still have this burning like sensation, this burning fire of like I want to sing. So now I'm being an adult going through life. It's like I'm doing it. I got this. I'm that girl. So it just feels good. It feels just amazing.
That's great. Can't ask for much more. You
Right.
know, got to be grateful. Well, I'm happy for you, Destiny. Seriously,
Thank you.
and I'm glad we were able to get connected and do this because this is some great info, and
Absolutely.
just shining light on you and your work. So you're continuing to write, and you're doing shows and all this stuff. What's who are some of the people if you're continuing to write, who are some people you envision yourself, working with in the coming,
Yeah. Okay. So first, I want to say Machiavelli. He's a really great songwriter. His ear is great when it comes to like melodies and harmonies and stuff. There's an amazing songwriter. Her name is Just La. She's also an I Am Royalty affiliate. Of course, myself. And then off the top of my head, I know I have a few individuals that I can reach out to,
Hmm.
but like I said before, if it makes sense, it makes sense. But so those two individuals I would love to write with.
Absolutely. And you're gonna continue working with Saint?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. As long as I'm in Louisville
Yeah.
and he's available, he's gonna get my money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, and so talk about that a little bit. The artist engineer relationship and like the trust that goes into that. You obviously have hit it
Yeah.
off. We hit it off with him, and that's great. But talk about that a little bit.
Yes. So the artist and engineer relationship is one of the most important ones when you are developing a track or album, a body of work, only because I remember when I first got into the studio years ago when I was like 13. I
Yeah.
didn't know this man who was recording my voice. So I was shy. I was nervous. I was skeptical of like how he would receive my energy, how he will receive like what I sound like as a 13-year-old girl. So being comfortable with being yourself, showing your goofy side, showing your vulnerable side, and sometimes showing your angry side in the studio, and your
Yep.
engineer is knowing where you're coming from. It's not going to be animosity. It's not going to be, well, you're hitting this note wrong. It's more so, okay, Destiny, I know where you're coming from. Let's take a break.
Right.
Let's kick it really quickly. Let's relax. Let's have fun. And then also, when you're in the studio with your engineer for so long, you start to develop a brotherhood or sisterhood, and you get into stories of your personal struggles or your personal like insecurities, and your engineer is going to help you bring that out on the track. It's going to sound like, damn, what's she going through? I can relate to this.
Yeah.
And when you're singing at the mic, you're not nervous because you know whoever's recording your voice, they know where you're coming from. So if you're cracked, if you are flat, we're gonna work it out. And then on top of being in the studio, hanging out outside of the studio at a bar getting a drink, it just brings the vibe together because it's a natural and organic like type of flow.
Yeah. Well, I like what you said about, when you get even closer together as like a team and you share your insecurities or your vulnerabilities, because that is important, and it's only going to help the engineer be able to, drive
Right.
your, drive you to the best product. And that is important, seriously. Some people treat their engineers very poorly and they wonder why, they're not getting what they want, and it's
Yeah.
nobody wants to work with you if you're being super rude or anything like that.
Right.
So things like that are important but overlooked, and but that I'm glad you brought that up because it is very important, and I'm glad that you have that relationship. Obviously it shows in your music, and so props to you for finding that. and
Thank you.
and it can be hard finding an engineer that you're solid with, and all the way, uh
Absolutely.
all around. But shout out to Saint, and what was it, Head First Media? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Cool. All right, so in 5 years, Destiny, it's only been 1 year in Louisville, but
Yeah.
obviously you've been doing music for a while. And where do you see yourself in 5 years, you think?
5 years.
It's a
Well,
tough question.
it is a tough question because you just never know what journey life will take you on. Um, I'll, mm, you got me.
Yeah,
Um,
it's okay,
well,
take your
five
time.
years. Well, 5 years. Of course, I want to continue to release, music and perform. But when it comes to like where I would love to live, to like broaden my music, probably somewhere in like Tennessee, or on the West Coast. I love the West Coast. So 5 years. Hopefully, I got a few albums out.
Yeah,
If I'm not, still independent, maybe a label or something. Um, but I'm learning to kind of live
absolutely.
in the moment. Still learning, still being, still developing as an artist because I love to do a lot of things. I love country. I love gospel. I love R&B. I love rap. So just kind of like making myself versatile in
Yeah,
those different genres in my
absolutely.
eyes will open me up to a lot of opportunities instead of being straight R&B. That's it. No, DestineeRai, I love country too. Let's do a country album. Why not?
Absolutely. And, living in the moment in any creative's journey, you obviously have goals that you
Yeah.
want to reach, but something that I'm practicing even more nowadays is just being present, and really
Sure.
living in the moment, because even when something's not like, even when you're just bored or like,
Hmm.
nothing's going right, you really have to take those moments in because they're going to be gone tomorrow. And
Right.
then when
And I'm learning. Yeah.
it's like, no one tells you that you're in the good old days until the good old
Right.
days are gone.
Our,
So,
exactly.
and that goes with just life in general, but especially for a creative and their journey that you're on, so
Right.
definitely continue to live in the moment and learn and soak up all you can, because
Right.
I'm doing the same thing. It's one of those things
Well, I
in
hope
life.
you continue to live in your moment, live in your present.
Absolutely. Oh, I will. I will. It's tough. It can be hard because life, like you
Hmm.
said, bills don't stop, and life is.
Right. And I worry. I mean, I'm human. I worry. I have anxiety too. Like I'm just like the next person. So
Hmm.
I'm learning to just be calm and in the present moment.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. You got a lot going on, Destiny. I'm proud of
I
you, and I'm
do.
glad we
Thank
could
you.
get, you know. So, and I would say, what is your after talking about all this, the Louisville music scene as a whole? What's your opinion on it? Do you like it? Do you love it? I'm assuming that you like it, but just give us a little synopsis of what you
Hmm.
think.
Um, because I pride myself on being a real person, of being a real woman.
Hmm.
I love the music scene in Louisville. I do. I think a lot of it, and with any artistry, a lot of it is popularity based.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
like if you are a native 502, person, it's like everyone's going hard for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming into the 502, like myself, I have to get my name out there. I have to be present. I have to show my face for people to then say, "Oh, that's Destiny right there. She is. Where's she
Yeah.
from again? Lexington. Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah.
So I think I don't like using the word clout, but I think when it comes to clout in the city, you got to have it. Sad to say that because I think I'm a dope artist. I think I have
Hmm.
great material. I think I have expensive material.
There you go.
It's just not a lot of people know who I am, and I have that support. I have just that small support around me, but being in the present and being like seen, I guess, in the city,
Yeah.
you have to work your butt off to
Yeah.
have that consistent face to
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that, yeah, it is tough, but it is important because the more and more people recognize you and realize you, the more clout you're gonna get. But I feel
right.
you. It is kind of not disappointing, but it's just like I've never been. First of all, I've never been great at like using social media for like
Hmm.
attention or like for my brand. Not even just
Yes.
attention. And it's just hard. But I mean, nowadays, with the short attention spans people have, like you got to be on that all the time. But you do have to have clout if you're wanting to continue to, you know, uh, pursue your creative
Hmm.
endeavors and support yourself. But
Right.
it can be tough.
Right. And I'm learning to live by the KISS method. Keep it stupid simple, or keep
Okay.
it simple stupid.
The KISS
Whereas,
method. I like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? So with me, the way that my brain thinks, I get the hard stuff and I don't get the easy stuff. If that makes sense. So when I'm writing and when I'm like thinking of a concept for a music video, I'm thinking it's brilliant, but when I release it, someone may think like I don't get it.
Yep.
If
Yep.
that makes sense. So I'm
Oh
learning to
yeah.
like just keep it simple for everyone to kind of like, okay, I like her. She's talking about some good stuff, even though realistically, I want to be like really metaphoric with my lyrics or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah. It's
I
like
love the Louisville scene. I love the music scene. A lot of great talent here. I just need to get more clout, I guess you could
yeah.
say.
Well, I got your Instagram pulled up here. You'll see it when I post the video. But everybody follow Destiny Ray. It's just Destiny Ray Music at
Yes.
on Instagram. And talk a little bit about. Well, first of all, yes, I agree with you on the Louisville music scene. And me being out here in California now, I've been talking to more people recently, and they've been telling me
Uh-huh.
some good things about it. How it's there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff and a lot of different stuff, especially just because it was May and we had the Derby and there was a lot of events going
Yes.
on,
Yes.
things like that. So but I'm glad to hear it, and I don't come back very often, but because it's just expensive. But I would like to. I gotta get back and see what's going
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
So, but just talk a little bit about the about I Am Royalty. How did you get linked up with them? And I know you said you've been with them
Mhm.
since for a while, but go dive a little bit more in depth
Yeah.
about who they are, what they do.
Yeah, so I Am Realty is a collective of individuals, whether you are an artist, a rapper, a videographer, a photographer, any talent that you have and you're really taking it serious and you want to be seen, you want to take it far. Tez, he will kind of like vet people. If he sees that you're performing and he sees that you are on social media and you're really taking your talent and your goal serious, he will kind of like watch you. He will watch you on social media. He will come out to your performance. You don't even know who he is. He may be a complete stranger to you, but he's really like seeing if you are, I guess, a good fit to join into the group. So back in 2016 into 2017, I was working with someone, and for other purposes, I won't say the person's name, but I was working with this person, and he's from Louisville, and I would travel to Louisville while I was in Covington, Kentucky, just to kind of like hang out with friends or like just random travels.
Hmm.
And Tez, he saw me perform and he approached me. He was like, "Hey, my name is Tez. I see that you're doing music. Would you like to have a conversation about joining I Am Royalty? This is not a label. This is not a contract situation. It's just adding you to a group of people who may think you're dope as well." So I said yes to the conversation. We had a conversation. I performed at Kaju
Yeah,
back in 2016, and he was like, "Yeah,
nice.
I want to be a part of this group because I killed it." I humbly say.
I'm sure you
And
did. I'm sure you did.
after that performance, he was like, "I really want you to consider being a part of this group. You have a lot of connects, and everyone's based out of Louisville. Some people moved away, some people still are here, and it was history from there." So Tez, he kind of vetted me out, added me to the group. The group welcomed me, even though I was from Lexington. Um, and it was history from there. So I had a photographer in there, videographer in there that I was able to like link up with, and still to this day, everyone is still loving and still supportive of each other.
That's great. Shout out to Tez and I Am Royalty. That's great. And yeah, wow. So, how often do you do stuff with them, or I mean, you're always kind of like around them or in touch with them?
Yeah, so anytime there's like an event in Louisville and I look up, someone from I Am Royalty is in the building.
Nice.
But when it comes to like working together, I will say as of late, a lot of us have been working independently, dropping our own like albums, our own singles,
Yeah,
kind of doing our own thing. But we also know at the end of the day, we still have the support of that share, of that like, that comment, and that word of mouth. So I haven't
absolutely.
personally like sat down and worked one on one, but I know that opportunity is always going to be there.
Absolutely. That's great. And to have that opportunity, like you said, you look up and someone that you know is in the building, that's
Mm-hmm.
someone that you're comfortable
A
with.
familiar face.
Exactly. That's always to have that, and see that they're around. That's got to be great. So shout out to them. And I've got their Instagram up here. You can follow them. It's just I Am Royalty Entertainment, but it's ENT.
Yeah.
It's all one word. I Am Royalty Ent. That's great. Cool. Well, Destiny, is there any other things you would like to add? Anything we missed that you want to talk about, or we kind of hit all the points that I wanted to hit? But what you got? Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, so I want to shout out Phil. He's been working with me closely and very, very dearly. So I appreciate you 100%. Shout out to I Am Royalty.
Yep.
Shout out to QMX Records. They've been also in my support as well. Shout out to Machiavelli.
Yep. Shout out to
Shout out to my
Machiavelli.
friends and family who support me wholeheartedly. Thank you to you for having me on. And honestly, I think we hit a lot of good details,
Yeah.
regards to who I am as an artist and also who I am as a social worker too. So
Yeah.
uh, do a lot. I'm very grateful, very blessed to be able bodied and just to be doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm proud of you, Destiny, for real. Even though we
Thank
just
you.
met, I'm
I
I'm
know.
I'm glad that you've got a great body of workout, and uh keep me in the loop with what you're doing, and
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to hear the next project.
Thank you.
But before you go, Destiny, I got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Totally opinion based. I'm gonna put you in the
Okay.
Lush lockdown. I'm gonna give you 8 seconds, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about Louisville.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
Totally opinion based. Totally opinion based. All right. All right.
Okay.
The best venue in Louisville. You got 8 seconds.
Havana Blues.
Oh, what? Havana Blues?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. Where is that?
That is on off of Preston Highway.
Oh, okay. Wow. What do you like about it?
Well, I am royalty affiliate is the owner, and
I
they've
see.
always shown love and always have good performances there.
Hey, if you
The
haven't
setup,
good,
the setup is super dope too. On one side, it's like a Latin club, and
yeah,
then on the other side, it's like an urban club and great food, 2 stories, 2 sides, great parking. You ain't got to pay for parking.
that's always
So
a
yeah,
plus.
Havana Blues. Yeah.
Havana Blues. I was gonna say if it was like Latin or like that's cool. It's kind of had Latin on one side. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that. I'll have to go there. Off of Preston, you said.
Yes. My
Okay,
sense of
cool.
direction is crazy, but I believe it is off of Preston.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Question number 2. It's a sunny, super nice day in Louisville, and you want to get outside and enjoy the day. Where are you going? You got 8 seconds.
The waterfront.
Okay. All right. You know,
Yeah.
not enough people say that. Not that it's not enough, but no one on this show says that. I feel like, but the waterfront, that's always a great place.
Yeah, it's beautiful water, beautiful sunset, and you see Indiana on the other side.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's like
true.
live music sometimes and food out there, so it's good.
The sunset is nice there. I did kind of forget about that. I'm spoiled out here with the sunsets in California, but
I'm jealous.
yeah, it's great out here. Okay, all right. Last question.
Okay.
Best taco restaurant in Louisville. Go.
Best taco restaurant. Oh, I love tacos.
I love tacos. Man,
Yeah,
people been telling me. I just heard today about Taco City. I've never heard of that place before. And then I love tacos. Where's that at?
Barstown Road.
Okay, see, I feel like all the
It's super
taco
good.
places are in Bardstown here. It's always something in Bardstown. I gotta go, man. That sounds good. What do you get there?
I am a pescatarian slash vegetarian eater,
I
so
see.
anything that has like a vegan taco. I just recently had their, is it called flan? Flan? It's like it's not a taco. It's a dessert. FLAN. Flan. Something like that. And it's super super good. Super
Oh, a
dope.
flan,
Yeah, flan.
something like that.
Yeah, super good.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like any type of vegan taco.
Wow.
Well, I will say this too. Agave and rye is dope as well.
I've been there a couple times. That is a nice little place.
And that's off of Baxter.
Baxter, yeah. That is a nice little vibe. I've been there a few times. Yeah, I'll have to go there when I got a lot of. I got to write all this down. I got a lot of places to go.
Yeah, I love taco is good on the wallet. I will say, but agave and rye is good tacos and good drinks.
Yes, they do have good drinks at Agave and Rye. Well, great. Well, you passed. you made it. You made it in under 8 seconds for all 3 questions. So congratulations, Destiny. And you passed the test. But in all seriousness, it's been great to have you on here as my guest. And I'm thankful to know you and meet you. And I'll be keeping up with you. And with I Am Royalty, that 2 new things on my radar. And you keep it up, keep going strong.
Thank you so much.
Any last words you'd like to add?
Anyone who's watching, my name is DestineeRai, singer-songwriter, originally from Lexington, but I'm also all over the place. You can follow me at DestineeRai Music. That's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I think I just changed my name on TikTok as well. So if you want to see like a goofy side, personality side of me, you can go over to TikTok. So thank you so much for having me. It was great meeting you,
Absolutely.
and we're going to stay connected.
Absolutely. I'll be following you and texting you and keeping up with you.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your Friday, Destiny.
You too. Peace out.
Peace. Man, another great episode in the books. Cannot complain. Destiny, she's great, man. She got a lot going on for her. and she's super talented. If you seriously go check out her album, it's DestineeRai, I'm Sure. I'll pull it up here one more time. I mean, it's very, very. I was thoroughly impressed. It was like some real deal R&B, and I'll pull up the track list. Yeah, she got looks like 12 songs. I think she said she added one, Brown Paper Bag, or it's not on here, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe she did like a deluxe or something. But definitely, she's on Spotify and on all the platforms. It's just DestineeRai, one word, DestineeRai. And so yeah, be sure to follow her and keep up with her and listen to her music, because she's definitely got something going on for her in Louisville. And other than that, we're coming along. It's good to be back here and pumping out episodes, and we're up to, this will be episode 38, and making our way to 40. I can't believe that. It's crazy. It's actually, the show was started on May 23rd of 2020, so we just passed the 3-year mark, even though I obviously took breaks, but it's still been around, and I know people still watch the episodes, so that's great. But yeah, other than that, everybody have a great day, have a great Friday, have a great weekend. The sun is finally coming out here. Thank God. I'm about to go outside and just sit and it's soak in the sun finally. And yeah, so everybody have a good week, and yeah, Lush Louisville will be back soon. Peace.